most of the kids, they call me ईराया दीदी. So I'm very happy with this new name that I've got. इतनी शिद्दत से चाहो तुम उसको कि पूरी कायनात उसको तुम्हारे पास लाने के लिए. Our mission, our, let's say, the ethos, it says समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु, which means may all beings be happy. EERAYA Foundation is extremely close to my heart. What is EERAYA and why is it EERAYA? During the COVID times, we had a couple of slums which were near to our society. I stay in Gurgaon. I used to go to these slums to meet few of our, helps who were still there but not able to come to any of the houses to work. Just to see how they are staying there, what is it that they're doing without employment. That is the point when I actually realized that whatever help I am trying to provide them during this time is not sufficient and will never be sufficient, because I am just an individual who might be able to do something for an individual family. But there are so many families who are similar to my help. So I would want to take her name. Her name was Mamata, and she used to work for me 7 years back, and she was there with us for a long period of time. So when I visited her slum, there were a lot of other Mamatas also who were there, who were struggling with their family. That is how it all started, and that was the trigger point in my mind, that what is it that we are doing in our individual capacity. We think at our end, Neha, that if we give somebody a little bit of extra money, some used clothes or some used slippers or something which we don't want to use but we want to pass it on to our health and the communities which are underserved, that kind of gives us a satisfaction that okay, we have done a bit. I don't think so that is enough. See, we all are living in a prosperous life, but what are we trying to do outside the comfort zone that we have been blessed with? That actually stayed with me for a very longer time, because that was a period when I was all by myself. I did not have anybody to talk to, anybody to go to, and that thought did not go out of me. I'm a professional who is into core finance, but this thought stayed with me and kept on, pushing me to create a platform like EERAYA. And EERAYA, as the name means, Destiny's Chosen One. So when I created this platform, I chose a name very thoughtfully, because I wanted this platform to be chosen by the destiny, created for those people who are in need of this platform. See, I could have done a lot of more things at my individual capacity, but I wanted to be the flag bearer of a platform which unites a lot of more people with the same kind of mindset that I have, the same kind of passion that I have. I wanted more people to resonate with the feeling that I have. If I say that I'm very passionate about doing so, that is one way of telling it. But more than passion, you also need to be a doer. You cannot just choose to be sitting and be passionate about a particular feeling, or just talk about it in your community that, you know what, hum log ko bhi kuch karna chahiye, let's come forward. Who will be that one person who takes the baton, takes the charge and says that I will do this. Let me get onto the ground. Let me get onto the grassroots level and I will do this. And I thought that, whatever I've got as on date in my personal capacity, it is all because of this ecosystem. I come from a very humble background. I am a millennial, and all of us millennials, we have come from, we have seen a lot of transitions, a lot of struggles. We all had, in our own way, very humble backgrounds when we grew up. If we do not give back to the community, how do we pass on this thought to the next generation that we are trying to raise? How do we inculcate this kind of behavior or attribute, or build that kind of character or the kind of nation that we would want to live in? Right? Somebody has to step forward. And I thought that if not anybody else, I will take charge. And I created EERAYA. And for past 2 years, I'm very happy to say that we have been able to create a lot of impact in the life of the students, the children, the women of the underserved community. So that's about EERAYA Foundation. I think I took some time.
Wonderful. That's a very heartwarming, story, Anamika. And this takes me back to the fundamental reason why I started off with this platform, right? And it was during COVID time itself, and I got the opportunity to work with 1 or 2 non-profits who were grassroots. And I thought that digitalization is something, which was still a new word for them. And just by word of mouth, with the help of friends and relatives, they were being able to support their non-profit. And when the COVID thing came, then everybody had to build their website, had to go online, had to digitize themselves, and it was very difficult for them. So I think I can really resonate here. And like the way you said that, sirf baat karne se nahi hoga, right? We will really have to take the first step. We will have to, work in that direction and create a community which believes in the mission, not solely talking about passion. So when you said that, it's been 2 years since EERAYA started, it is still a grassroots. So is it like a, self-funded non-profit at this point of time? Because till 3 years, it's very difficult without the CSR license. So how you guys have been, running your initiatives? Would love to know about that. And what is the geographical impact at this point of time? Are you active in Delhi NCR? And how many beneficiaries have you impacted? And what are the kind of volunteers, interns you are looking at? And is it like a big team, a small team? Would love to know about that as well.
Sure. I think you've actually brought on to a lot of things that we would want to delve into. So I would want the entire audience that we're catering to know about what EERAYA has been doing for the past 2 years and how we've been managing what we've been able to do so far. First of all, EERAYA Foundation is a self-funded NGO. Okay, past 2 years, I've been putting into my personal funds and trying to run this and create impact in the areas that I just spoke. I'm a big fan of Shah Rukh Khan. So he said in one of his movies that इतनी शिद्दत से चाहो तुम उसको कि पूरी कायनात उसको तुम्हारे पास लाने के लिए, they do some kind of conspiracy.
Right.
So
it gets essence to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So see, EERAYA is Destiny's chosen one. And when I conceptualized this, I did not think where it would be heading and how far I would be able to take it through all by myself. But I would say I would like to call it out that I've been extremely blessed and fortunate to meet those people who have come forward and supported the causes that EERAYA has been strongly driving. Right? So every month I am putting in my funds to run this entire operations, the procurement, the items that we are constantly distributing to our communities, the beneficiaries, the missions, the campaigns that we are driving. But there are many such people, warm hearts, kind-hearted people who have come forward and they've said that we will be supporting you. For example, we have 3 programs and I would want to call it out. We have a program called Muskaan, through which we are taking care of all the initiatives for the underprivileged children. We have a program called Shakti, through which again we are leading a lot of initiatives for the women folks of the underserved community. We have a third program called Pranam, through which we intend to take up initiatives for preservation of environment. Although for past 2 years we haven't been able to kickstart this third pillar of ours, but we are very sure that very soon many people would be joining our mission and would be supporting on those lines also.
Yeah.
For Shakti and Muskaan, we have been able to collaborate with organizations wherein we have been able to distribute the entire stationery kit for more than 500 schoolgirls, from the underprivileged society. And this happened sometime in the beginning of this year. So we collaborated with one of the organizations and we were able to distribute this kind of drive. What we do as a core ethos of EERAYA is we are actively working with a couple of schools where these underprivileged children are studying. And we keep visiting them at a certain frequency, and we are supporting them with the educational supply, the stationery supply.
Okay.
And the main reason for doing so is that we are not just like any other NGO who would want to believe that okay, just distribute the freebies to the underserved community. That is not our intent at all. What we want to do is we want to create an impact in the lives of these beneficiaries. How? When we are distributing these stationeries to these young children, they are full of happiness, they are thrilled, they are motivated because they have one more reason to come to the school. See, these children have all the reasons to drop off from the school. See, the communities that they're coming from, Neha, they're not very keen to get their children admitted in the school.
Absolutely.
And they have...
It's food actually, the midday meal what the Akshay Patra serves.
Right.
They're incentive to send their children to school.
So our mission was that over and above the midday meal, the children should be looking forward to more things. So when they get something like a drawing book or a color box or let's say an entire stationery kit which has multiple pencils, rubbers, those are things which excites the kid. In addition to that, when they get their favorite snacks, let's say something to eat or just to munch about, they're so happy. And every time when we go there, we ask the kids that आज जो आपको gift मिला, उसमें से आपका favorite क्या है? Somebody says that I like the coffee. Somebody says that ma'am, you gave us a chocolate. Somebody calls us Didi, and with most of the kids they call me EERAYA Didi. So I'm very happy with this new name that I've got, and you should be just looking at the smile of these kids. And they're always looking forward that EERAYA will be coming to the school, visiting them and spending some time. I visit their classes, I sit with them, I laugh with them, and they have gala time with EERAYA Foundation. And that is the experience that we're trying to create. See, because these items, these are all tangible items. These are perishable items, Neha. So I know for a fact that when we have adopted these schools, we have to consistently supply these things which we have actually promised them. But in addition to that, the experience that they're getting, or the memories that we are creating with these kids, they will stay with them forever, and they will go back to their parents saying, "Humko school jana hai." There have been many occasions where we are distributing the items, and the parents are also staying there, and they have shared their experience कि मैडम वो घर पे जाके बच्चे बहुत खुश होते हैं. मेरी बेटी को देख के अब मैं अपने छोटे लड़के को भी एडमिशन करवा रहा हूँ. Such things are like amazing to hear. And in addition to these things, we are also visiting the slums, where we are distributing the sanitary pads to the women. We are distributing the basic hygiene kits to the women. See, hygiene kits and sanitary pad has become a common item. But when we visit these slums, these women are covering their faces. It is still considered a taboo. They do not want to come out in public and accept a sanitary pad, where I'm visiting them and every instance I'm telling them, "Didi, isko istemal karna hai." This is the kind of education or the counseling I'm doing to these women every time that I'm visiting them, because I want to first do away with the taboo. I want them to get familiarized with the usage of pads, which is taking care of the basic menstrual hygiene. In addition to that, when we are distributing hygiene kits, which is like a toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, shampoo, these helps or these women, they might have a purchasing capacity of these items. But the point is, they will never prioritize these expenses over other expenses.
Yeah.
So what EERAYA wants to do is, they want to put these things into their life in such a manner that it becomes so common, it's like drinking water or eating food. जब मुझे भूख लगती है मुझे खाना खाना है, जब मुझे प्यास लगती है मुझे पानी पीना है. So it should be so common to these women that they should feel कि oh, I don't have a soap to wash my hands. Oh, I don't have a toothpaste to brush my teeth. They should not feel for a second that maybe I can do away with it. Why do I need to use a shampoo to cleanse my hair? It should not occur. So by giving them these supplies, we are trying to make it a part of their daily life so that they don't have to think twice.
Right. And that's a very beautiful point you mentioned that, when you were distributing these stationery kits to the government school children, their parents were there, they were overwhelmed, they were happy, they got another reason, to enroll the younger child also in the school. How does, you as the founder of EERAYA ensure that, this is a checklist for this financial year, there are sanitary pads, you have to sort of make the rural women cognizant of that the menstrual hygiene is like super basic, super important, and instilling that in their mind. And also ensuring that the stationery kits are distributed to the school students so that they get another reason to go to the school and do not drop out. Right? So how do you ensure that, all of those things are covered in a financial year? Because in 2 years, if you're looking at, achieving all of those goals, so how do you manage, to sort of look at the retail donors? Is there a strategy, what you look at to survive? Would love to know that as well.
Neha, here I would want to take you back a little to my professional experience. So at a professional level, I have been at the experience side, where I have been heading the experience units of multiple organizations, which is directly handling the core issues of the customer, in whichever product or whichever organization I work with. So when you're handling something like this, you understand the sentiment of a human being. When somebody is not happy about it, how would it feel? When there is an issue, a crisis, what is it that you would need to do? Do you only try on plan A and plan B, or you also have plan C, D, E? How do you plan it? What happens when you don't have the budget, but you still have to deliver on certain things? So all of these things, which I have gathered through my professional experience over 2 decades, that has actually helped me take up this entrepreneurial role and, have complete structure to this organization. You asked me about the team and how we are operating with the volunteers, right? So right now we have a very, very small and a cohesive team, and the core member team, who's extremely driven. And they don't ask any questions. Why do you have to do this? Why are we going to this school? Why do we have to have so many schools and not just 2 or 3 schools? See, on year 1, we had a certain target that we will start doing these activities. Year 2, when I'm talking about when we started in 2024, we had a certain objective to close by the end of 2024, and I'm talking about the calendar year of 2024. When we entered 2025, we again had certain items, or let's say deliverables for ourselves, that this year we would be going to do this. So we have a plan chalked out for each year. Like in this year, we have a plan that currently we are working with 6 schools, and we aim at closing between 8 to 9 schools by end of December this year. This is what we have target for ourselves. And when we talk about the slums, we have 7 slums, and we again aspire to close it to 9 or 10. Now, although it is self-funded, we have chalked out our budget that for all of the distribution drives that we do, how much do we need to put in each of these distribution drives, which all slums we would be catering to, which all schools we would be catering to. And one thing which I want to put it over here, like I just mentioned, we are just not like an NGO who would believe in distributing freebies with no objective. We also want to create an impact, and non-tangible and an experiential impact. I'll tell you how. We have recently started a campaign called Baat Karna Zaruri Hai. And this campaign talks about the mental health crisis, which is observed very, very in a deep-rooted manner among the students who are into competitive exams and also in school students. So I have already created those, awareness campaigns. It is already there on the social media. And so here I'm not investing anything except the concept, the awareness sessions, and the time from my end. Because see, everything does not come at a certain cost. Yes, you would have to invest your time. And this is my message to the retail donors also. That every time you don't have to only invest through monetary terms. You can invest your time You can invest your time and your intent, and you can volunteer with any of the NGOs. We have, and you would be surprised to see that all the volunteers that we have had in our drives, they all are working professionals. They all want to contribute in their own way, taking out time from their professional schedule and contribute. So our volunteers are comprising mostly of the professionals. We have started getting requests from the students also. But this campaign that we start, it comes at no cost. Now, if somebody wants to volunteer that, okay, I want to teach, it does not cost anything. You can just come and teach the students with whatever expertise you have, things like this. And just to add one more point, you said that the NGOs are apprehensive about going to social media and promote themselves. Here I would want to add one point, because we are in the social media age, and if we want to get a reach, why do we want to get reach? Why do we want to reach out to more number of people? Because during my first initial 2 phrases, I said that I wanted to create this platform to add more people who resonate with my passion and intent. So how do I identify those people? See, I'm here in Gurgaon. EERAYA Foundation right now is operating only in Gurgaon because we are a self-funded organization, right? The moment we start getting funds, we would be expanding our operations to other parts of NCR and maybe to other cities also. Our mission, let's say the ethos, it says Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu, which means may all beings be happy. So this is the thought that I created EERAYA.